Welcome, everyone, to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, Illuminating Your Path. I'm Lunaria Celine, your intuitive guide.
And I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist.
And, well, together we aim to bridge that celestial wisdom.
To help you unlock your own modern path. Exactly.
Today we're diving deep into guiding starlight insights. We're exploring some really powerful cosmic energies.
We're using excerpts from a text we're calling the ASTRALX material.
Right. And our mission, as always, is to take the sources you provide, unpack them, and, distill the most important knowledge.
Helping you become well-informed about the forces shaping your journey. That's the goal.
And specifically today, we're focusing on what this material says 2025 holds for Scorpio Sun men with Aries Rising.
And let me tell you, the source paints a picture of an incredibly potent year. It describes it not just as change, but as a forge of depths.
A forge of depths. Wow, okay.
Yeah, like a crucible where intense pressure meets alchemical transformation.
Okay, let's unpack this, because right away that imagery is, well, it's intense.
It really is.
So over the next few minutes, we're going to explore the core identity this text assigns to this combination, the planetary forces it highlights for 2025.
How these energies might actually feel in your body.
Right.
Which is fascinating.
Definitely. And also some historical and cultural echoes the source brings up, and the potential paths forward it talks about.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating right off the bat is how the source defines the fundamental identity for someone with this Scorpio Sun, Aries Rising combination in 2025.
Okay.
It talks about a powerful archetype, almost mythological.
Aries Hades.
Aries Hades.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a real force to be reckoned with. How does the source break that down?
Well, they see it as the armored lord of the underworld. That's your deep Scorpio Sun, ruling the hidden places.
Right, the depths.
Crowned with the warrior king's fire. That's your Aries Rising. All that immediate action, that courage.
So deep power plus outward fire.
Precisely. And the source uses this really strong metaphor, you becoming a living crucible.
A living crucible, like where intense heat just reshapes everything inside.
Yeah.
Exactly. A place where that volcanic action, the fiery Aries drive, meets alchemical transformation, which is pure Scorpio transformative power.
Wow.
The source uses some vivid imagery too, like a sword forged in shadow or a battle cry that shatters stagnation and forces rebirth.
So it's really about wielding your deepest, most intense power, but with this, immediate, undeniable force this year.
That's the essence of it, yeah.
Okay, so how do these powerful archetypes, this crucible idea, how does that translate into the specific cosmic forces? The source mentions some major planetary movements for 2025 shaping this.
It does. The text highlights several key positions for this configuration. Maybe the most significant is Pluto.
Planet of transformation.
Death and rebirth, yeah. Moving into Aquarius and residing in your fourth house.
Okay, fourth house, roots, home, family.
Exactly. And the source says this placement is collapsing ancestral foundations into quantum potential.
Whoa, collapsing foundations into quantum potential.
Think about that. The deepest planet of transformation, shaking the very roots of your being, your home, your family history. It's dissolving old structures to create space for something completely new, maybe unpredictable, to emerge.
So the ground beneath your feet is literally shifting, maybe revealing something hidden or...
That's a great way to put it. Precisely. And then you have your Scorpio Sun, naturally potent, right? In this configuration for 2025, it's positioned in your 8th house.
Ah, the natural home of Scorpio. Deep waters.
The source describes this as commanding rebirth through shadow alchemy. So your core identity, your sun, is fully engaged in those 8th house realms, shared resources, intimacy, death, rebirth, the deep psychological stuff.
So the text sees you consciously working with the intense parts, transforming darkness into power.
Yes, commanding it even. It's an active role.
Okay. And Saturn. Saturn's in Pisces, sitting in the 12th house. That sounds heavy too.
Ah, Saturn, the great teacher, the taskmaster. In Pisces, the sign of dissolution, intuition, and in the 12th house.
Yeah.
That rules the subconscious, hidden limitations, spirituality. The unseen realm.
Right. The source describes this as dissolving karmic chains in oceanic consciousness.
Dissolving karmic chains.
So Saturn here is applying pressure, but in a watery, Piscean way. It's demanding you confront and release old, unconscious patterns, karmic baggage, hidden self-sabotage, things holding you back.
Like the ocean currents, you said. slowly eroding the old chains.
Sort of, yeah. Slowly but surely eroding the chains of the past. It's deep subconscious work.
Okay, so that's three incredibly heavy transformative energies, all hitting foundational or hidden parts of your chart. Pluto in the 4th, Sun in the 8th, Saturn in the 12th.
It creates this powerful dynamic the source actually calls gravitational torsion.
Gravitational torsion, like being pulled in different directions.
Kind of, yeah. Imagine different intense forces pulling and warping your inner landscape. The source breaks it down. Pluto's like a black hole effect, pulling at your emotional bedrock in the 4th house.
Okay.
Your Scorpio Sun is generating nuclear fusion deep inside in the 8th house.
And Saturn in the 12th is acting like a primordial pressurizer, compressing everything unconscious.
It really doesn't sound like a gentle shift. It sounds exactly like being put through that cosmic forge the title mentioned.
Exactly. Immense pressure designed to break down and reshape. And the source even highlights a specific peak moment for this tension.
Oh, when's that?
Around August 18th, the Mars-Pluto opposition. They describe that time as reality itself becoming a holographic anvil for your psyche.
A holographic anvil, so your mind isn't just observing, it's being actively hammered and reshaped.
That's the image they use.
Huh.
By intense confrontational forces. It's potent.
Wow, okay. Beyond these, heavy hitters, the source mentions Jupiter and Mars adding more layers later in the year.
Yes, it does. Around May 24th, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, moves into Gemini, and that's in your 5th house.
5th house. Creativity, self-expression, risk.
Correct. The source calls this amplifying creative risks. So even amidst all this deep internal work, there's this push, this impulse to express yourself, find joy, take some bold leaps perhaps, especially in how you show up creatively.
Interesting. So expansion alongside the deep digging.
And then there's Mars, planet of action. It moves into Cancer, the 4th house, from about July 20th to September 4th.
Back to the 4th house.
Yeah.
Right where Pluto's sitting.
Precisely. Mars in Cancer brings action and energy, but filtered through emotion, home, family, that Cancerian lens in the 4th house.
So action related to those foundations, Pluto's shaking.
That's how the source frames it. It describes this specific transit as weaponizing emotional intelligence.
Weaponizing emotional intelligence.
It means using your deep feelings, your intuition, as actual fuel for action, particularly around home, roots, maybe those family dynamics Pluto's already stirring up.
Yeah.
The energy demands active engagement with your emotional core.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. The source gets incredibly specific about how all this deep, intense energy might feel. Not just mentally or emotionally, but physically.
Yes, the somatic piece.
They talk about the body as an armored vessel.
It's about recognizing how these cosmic forces land in the body.
Yeah.
For your Aries Rising activation, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
The source suggests you might feel like electric currents along your spine right before a confrontation. Or maybe that restless leg thing when your need for action gets blocked.
Oh, I know that feeling, like your body needs to move.
Right. It's anticipating the fight or struggling with inaction.
And that deep Scorpio Sun energy in the 8th house, how might that feel?
They associate that with pressure in the pelvis during power struggles or maybe moments of intense intimacy, that physical sensation of holding or processing deep energy there.
Okay.
And intriguingly, it mentions icy fingertips during psychic attacks.
Seriously, icy fingertips.
Yeah, suggesting a physical response to energetic boundary violations or really intense encounters.
Wow, that specificity really makes it hit home. What about Pluto in the 4th? Shaking the foundations. That has to feel like something physical.
Definitely. The source describes this potentially manifesting as, get this, earthquake tremors in the diaphragm during family revelations.
Oh, wow, that gut-wrenching feeling.
Exactly. When deep family secrets or patterns surface. And it even mentions jaw cracks when ancestral vows break.
Jaw cracks, literally.
It's a powerful image, right? Suggesting a physical release when you finally break free from old inherited obligations or beliefs that held you tight.
These are incredibly vivid descriptions, and the source doesn't just describe them, it offers prompts for working with them, right?
They do. They provide these somatic prompts to actively engage the body.
Yeah.
For that Aries rising fire, the suggestion is pretty direct.
What is it?
Stomp barefoot while punching the air and shouting, "My rage clears space."
Ha! I can picture that. Releasing that blocked action.
Asserting boundaries physically, yeah. Then for the Scorpio Sun in the 8th, the prompt is more ritualistic. It says to place obsidian, a protective stone, over your sacrum, which is a center of power and creation, while chanting, "I transmute fear to fuel," actively turning deep fear into generative power.
I like that. Transmuting fear to fuel.
And for Pluto, shaking the fourth house foundations.
Yeah.
The prompt is to drum on your solar plexus, your power center, maybe during a thunderstorm, to match the intensity.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
roar, I reshape my bloodline.
Hmm.
Really embodying that transformation of your roots.
Powerful stuff. Okay, so to help us grasp the essence of this Aries Hades archetype and all this energy, the source also draws some parallels from history and culture.
It does, yeah. To make it more tangible, it speaks of a historical synchronicity with figures who seem to embody this blend of depth and forceful action. Theodore Roosevelt is a key example cited.
Teddy Roosevelt. Interesting. Scorpionic intensity meets Aries courage.
That's the idea. Think of his speak softly and carry a big stick approach.
Right. I see the connection.
The source links that to strategic ferocity and profound transformation. It's that ability to operate from deep, calculated power that's your Scorpio, your 8th house, your Pluto in the 4th,
Mm-hmm.
and back it up with immediate, decisive action that's the Aries Rising, wielding your depths effectively.
Okay. And the cultural resonances they mention feel very contemporary almost.
They do. They say this essence mirrors, like James Bond's Aries daring fused with Don Draper's Scorpio depth.
Huh. Okay, I see that. Lethal charm plus psychological mastery.
Exactly. It's not just being brave, it's being strategically complex, operating from a deep understanding of what makes people tick.
So someone who can handle a crisis, like on the battlefield, but also navigate really intense emotional landscapes with equal skill.
That's it. The cinematic parallel they use is Gladiator's Maximus.
Oh, yeah. Powerful.
Battlefield prowess, but driven by sacred vengeance, right?
Yeah.
His fight isn't just combat. It's fueled by that deep foundational injustice. It links the Aries action straight back to the Scorpio and Pluto depths.
Makes sense. And musically, they mentioned Johnny Cash.
Yeah, specifically his cover of Hurt.
Oh, wow. Chilling version.
Described by the source as raw power forged in abyssal truth. It's about confronting and expressing profound pain or difficult truth in a way that's undeniably powerful, transformative. Resonates strongly with that Scorpio 8th house Pluto vibe this year.
Definitely. Okay, so the source also includes actionable ideas, right? For actually engaging with this energy throughout the year, not just thinking about it.
Yes, interactive elements. For instance, there's a specific pause and reflect prompt suggested for the Scorpio new moon. That's November 1st.
And the questions are tailored to these transits.
Very much so. They ask, what ancestral battle, linking directly to Pluto in the 4th house, fuels my rage? What shadow power, connecting to Scorpio in the 8th house, demands conscious wielding?
So it brings the astrology right into your self-inquiry, asking you to connect the dots.
Exactly. And there's also a specific ritual blueprint. This one's called Ancestral Forge Ignition.
Okay, when's that for?
It's timed for when Mars is transiting Cancer, active in that 4th house, specifically during the waning moon in Scorpio. That's roughly August 19th to September 1st.
Got it. And the ritual involves?
Simple but symbolic tools.
Mm-hmm.
An iron nail, a red candle for fire and action, a bowl of salt water for emotion and cleansing, and a family heirloom to connect to the ancestral line.
Okay, tangible things.
And the steps are quite potent. You heat the nail in the candle flame, whisper a boundary or an intention into the hot metal, then quench it dramatically in the salt water, holding it over the heirloom while chanting, I reshape my inheritance.
Wow. Very physical.
Then carry the cooled nail as a talisman of that transformation. It's a very direct way to interact with that Plutonian energy, shaking your roots.
I like that. And there's an embodiment practice too, volcanic spine activation.
Yes, this is a physical stance and breathing technique. It's designed to embody that whole transformative volcano metaphor we talked about.
How does it work?
You stand in warrior pose, hands on hips. Inhale deeply, like for 4 seconds, visualizing drawing fiery energy up through your feet, up your spine.
Okay.
Hold it for 4 seconds, really compressing that energy in your solar plexus, your power center. Then exhale forcefully for maybe 8 seconds, releasing the breath through your mouth with a sound like HA, like a volcanic eruption.
With letting it all out.
Exactly. And it's followed by the affirmation, I am destruction becoming creation.
Tying the physical practice directly to the core theme, destruction becoming creation.
That's the thread running through all of this.
Okay, so based on how you navigate all this intensity, the source outlines 3 potential directions, or crucibles of power, it calls them.
That's right. 3 potential paths that could manifest for you in 2025, depending on the choices you make.
What's the first one? It's called the Unbreakable Patriarch.
This path involves consciously embracing and directing those powerful Pluto and Saturn energies, really stepping up.
How might that look?
It could manifest as becoming a leader, who, say, transforms intergenerational trauma. Maybe founding communities or initiatives focused on healing, building a lasting legacy.
Okay.
The breakthrough example given is using those Pluto fourth house revelations about family history, maybe literally uncovering family land to create healing centers, then using your Scorpio eighth house depth to develop powerful therapeutic methods.
Right.
And that Jupiter in the fifth house energy bringing revolutionary creative expression to the whole project.
Wow, that's ambitious but powerful. Then there's a potential shadow path, the self-consuming volcano.
Yeah, this is described as what happens if you hoard or repress this immense power and rage instead of channeling it.
What could that lead to?
Physically, it could manifest as things like autoimmune flares, the body turning on itself from that unprocessed intensity. Psychologically, mistaking rigid control for genuine empowerment, try to clamp down on it all.
And the source gives a warning example.
It does. It suggests that repressed Mars energy back in the fourth house could lead to destructive outbursts, maybe within the family or home. And Saturn in the 12th might manifest as chronic fatigue, just feeling constantly drained, or maybe struggling with addiction as a way to escape the pressure.
Woof, a cautionary tale. And the third path, the Phoenix Legion.
This path involves actively channeling a synergy between that fourth house roots emotion work and the eighth house transformation power work.
Okay, how does that manifest?
The source suggests this could look like leading groups or movements. It mentions sacred rage, men's groups, maybe merging something like combat training with deep shadow work.
So like weaponizing vulnerability, but in a constructive way.
Exactly, showing that true strength comes from integrating all your parts, even the fiercest ones. The revelation example given is how innovative approaches, like volcanic vulnerability workshops combining martial arts with emotional alchemy, might really take off during that Mars and Cancer transit, when action is so tied to emotional foundations.
Fascinating possibilities. Okay, so how do you tie all of this together? What's the overarching instruction, the intention for Scorpio Sun men with Aries Rising in 2025, according to this text?
The source provides a pretty clear mandate, actually.
Yeah.
It says your Aries Rising isn't just brute force. It's the universe unsheathing its sword of truth through you.
Wow.
And your Scorpio Sun isn't just about plumbing darkness. It is the cosmic forge where divine power is tempered.
That's a powerful reframing. What are the specific calls to action within that?
Okay, so when Pluto detonates those foundations in your fourth house, the instruction is build your throne from that ancestral rubble. Use the breakdown of the old to establish your new sovereignty.
Okay, turn rubble into a throne.
And when Saturn dissolves victimhood in the 12th house, the mandate is to armor your tenderness, protect your soft spots, yes, but without numbing the fiery passion of your Aries rising. Don't lose the fire.
Balance, protection, and passion.
Exactly. And specifically for July, when Mars ignites your warrior heart there in the fourth house. Prepare to protect what matters like a gladiator and transform your inner world like a shaman, both warrior and healer.
Bringing it back to that central volcano metaphor one last time.
Yes. The source reminds you that volcanoes, despite their destruction, birth incredibly fertile soil. The call is to allow the intense pressure and release that inner rage or transformative power, allow it to build entirely new world for yourself and maybe for others.
Let the destruction lead to creation.
That's the core of it.
And the source leaves you with a sovereignty code.
It does. A two-part declaration of intent for the year. It's I fight to resurrect, I destroy to rebirth.
Embracing both sides of that intense transformation.
Holy.
And there is one final cosmic note about relationships.
Right. Even amidst all this intense personal work, the source points to the solar eclipse in Libra on October 2nd.
Libra, the sign of partnership.
Exactly. It's seen as a moment that reboots relationship dynamics. And the emphasis is on consciously entering partnerships as equals.
Equals.
And either as a conqueror seeking dominion, nor as a casualty seeking rescue. It's a powerful reflection of the internal balance you're striving for throughout the year.
As our cosmic journey concludes, wow, we've really navigated the intense, transformative landscape outlined in the ASTRALX material for Scorpio Sun men, with Aries rising in 2025.
We really have.
We've explored those powerful archetypes, that gravitational torsion of the planets, the somatic echoes, the history, the tools, and those potential paths. It's a lot.
It is. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the source really paints a compelling vision, doesn't it? Immense alchemical pressure leading to profound personal rebirth. But it's contingent on navigating these energies consciously, with intention.
It sounds like a year demanding real courage, facing down your deepest hidden aspects with decisive, fierce action.
That sums it up well.
And this text, it really asks you to deeply consider that relationship between destruction and creation within yourself, between embracing vulnerability and wielding authentic power.
hmm It suggests that the very source of your deepest intensity, that rage even, when you consciously channel it, that can become the foundational force for building entirely new realities.
So it leaves you with that powerful question.
What new worlds might your rage build this year?
Dive deeper into your unique path. You can request your email audio reading now. Just find the link in the description below.
And explore the episode resources and links that are also in the description. All the details are waiting for you there.
Ignite, think, become.
Umo. Subscribe for more Starlight Insights. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.